Hello everybody, my name is Stormy RSHD, and welcome back to the channel. It has been about 4 months since I've last uploaded. It'll be 4 months as of tomorrow. Uh, so quite a bit of time has passed in between then, and I wanted to really sit down today and really just kind of talk about it. So without really just any more fluff, let's just kind of jump into it. So where have I been? If you watched my last video, which was the FNAF anniversary video, which obviously came out on FNAF's anniversary, I mentioned that I was going to be moving. There was a bit of delay in that, but we did end up moving. And it went mostly without a hitch. There was a couple of goofy moments here and there, but during that time, obviously, I was focused more on moving and not so much on videos. But I think I did every now and then post a community post. I know I did it when Silent Hill 2 released. On the day that did release. If you've played Silent Hill 2, hope you enjoyed it. I know I've enjoyed it. But yeah, that was my last community post. Outside just a faded one. Stuff for faded. So where does that leave us now? I'm still adjusting to everything, like everyone's schedules, my own schedule, trying to find a good balance between being awake and sleeping and stuff, because I work overnight, so time is no longer valid for me. But no, I things have been good. Why I took a break from YouTube, I can't even call this. No, it is a break. If I wanted to call it that, I think so. Again, partially, like, a big part of it was because, again, I moved and still adjusting to everything. But another big part of that was honestly just because I didn't want to record. To honestly put it really bluntly, I just didn't want to record anything. It was just at a point where, like, I'm focusing, more so focusing on games that really just aren't record worthy, if that makes any sense. I just didn't have any other drive to play games that I could record that wasn't just non-commentary. And now, I'm feeling a bit more confident in that. Again, I had to let stuff simmer. Again, I'm a person, I've said this many times on my channel. I like to do things at my own pace. I like to, again, I say that and then I'm like, oh, this is coming out in this day now. I've really been pushing more towards allowing myself to work at my own pace. I'm not a big channel. I release stuff when I want to, stuff that I like, stuff that I feel proud of, and that's entirely the goal of my channel. My channel will always be a diary, and that's, or just really just stuff where I can just kind of put my thoughts out there and stuff that I like, and that's how I will always treat my channel. So I took a break from it so that I could really, like, focus on not just, like, getting myself back up to speed, but also kind of just enjoying games. Without the need to record it. It's been fun. It's certainly been fun. But now, I feel a bit more ready to kind of jump back into things. Hence why you're seeing this video. So, I can't even make promises, because, again, it's going to be a lot of experimenting, with trying to find a good time to do things, and, yeah. So, let's kind of talk about what's coming. Nothing concrete right now. I do have plans. It's just strictly gaming related. I'm pretty much done doing music. I released the last 4 songs, earlier this year. If you haven't listened to it, it's, King Boo song, Meet Thy Doom, Ganondorf rap, Oath of a Warrior song, there's Phasmophobia remake, and there's What I'm Made of, Fury Bowser's Fury song remake. Those were 4 songs that I was really proud of. I think those really encapsulate on everything up to that point of how far I've come in terms of music. And I think those are going to be my crown jewels, right? So that's kind of where I stand on that. In terms of, like, movie stuff, a lot of that stuff is still in the air. Defenders 2 is certainly a project, I'll say that much. I've been working on it here and there. And honestly, it's about scheduling. A lot of it comes down to scheduling. I don't work with a budget, right? The budget is none. It's nada. It's zero. Absolutely gone. So I, it's about just getting people together at the right place at the right time. Having to shift cast members around because some people aren't available anymore. Um, and just really trying to put together a movie that not only am I proud of, that I would want to present to people, right? At the end of it. Like, yeah, it is the conclusion to the Defenders live action story. Yes, obviously. But first and foremost, I want it to be something that I'm proud of. I want it to really encapsulate everything that I would want for this movie. And that's why it's taken so long. Because when I work on a script, I'm like, okay, I really like what I'm writing. And then I go back and I read it and I scrap it because I don't like it or something just doesn't work out. And then I start writing another script. And eventually, obviously, burnout happens. You start running out of ideas. You start, repeating ideas that obviously didn't work in the last one, and you have to go back and read it. It's a lot of stuff. So that's why I took such a long break from writing any of these scripts, because I wanted ideas to really, allow it to come naturally instead of trying to force it. And when I have, at least in terms of like the main kind of like bubble ideas, right? I'm really, really liking. And it's coming together slowly. It's gonna be a personal movie. It's really gonna be a personal movie. And that's really how I want it to end, on a really personal note. So that's really all I'm gonna say on it. Because again, it's not even guaranteed, but I just want to put it out there. So Faded. Faded is another really interesting one. Again, I'm really just kind of writing the story at my own pace. I ended up going back and scrapping it. Because there was just elements of it that I just didn't like. And again, a very personal story. This Faded is going to be so much more personal than Defenders 2. And Defenders 2 is going to be a personal story. But this one is so much more personal because so much of Faded is drawn from personal experiences, things that I've had to see, things I've done, and other just really... honestly, it's a really fucking sad movie. It's going to be a sad story. So that's entirely what the Faded's going to be. It's a tragic story, and that's why when I go back and rewrite it, it's because it's out of passion. It's out of like, I really want this to be the best that it can be. And I think a lot of it too comes from the ending, and I just didn't like it because it felt so cliche and so cheesy, at least to me. So that's why I went back and rewrote it so that I can rewrite. I can keep a lot of the stuff that I liked from the original version, but allow it to connect a lot more in a much more natural way, so that things make a lot more sense. So that's where Faded is right now. And outside of that, there's really not much else I'm working on. Because again, I really haven't been working on things the past few months. Again, I just dropped the whole YouTube stuff a lot, pretty much all together. Again, just to focus on myself, gaming, and really finding what I like with that, and especially more so about myself. So yeah. So let's kind of get into gaming shit, right? Because that's obviously what my channel is all about. I do have a Phasmophobia video going up here probably tomorrow. It's nothing super special. It's me essentially playing Phasmophobia in VR. I've wanted to do a VR Phasmophobia video for literally for fucking ever. Like, ever since, like, I was able to even get a VR set. But unfortunately, the Quest 2, it didn't really work out. So I was really just kind of bummed because I really wanted to do a Phasmophobia video in VR. But now that I have enough, I did rebuy a PS5. I did not get the Pro. I'm not cringe. I'm still cringe, but not that cringe. But I did get a PS5 specifically so, like, one of the big reasons was so that I could play Phasmophobia in VR and have a much smoother experience. But you guys get to see that video tomorrow. And you'll get to at least kind of see everything that I get to see. And I can say, yeah, no, it is so much more fucking smoother than on a Quest 2. Like, if you have a PS5, like, and you have the PSVR 2, it is so fun. But yeah, no. So that's that. But another big video series idea that I have in mind is I want to do Elden Ring. I finally got my Elden Ring file back on my PS5, which was my very first Elden Ring file. that I actually worked on to completion, because there was a few other ones with other classes that I didn't like. And so I really wanted to get back into it, specifically so I could play the DLC with my original file, and really get to see just how good I am at the game. P.S. I'm not very good. And I get to experience honestly, a lot of the nerfs. Because I get my shiny badge that I got to beat. I'm not going to say the name in case you haven't played it, which honestly you should. The final boss of Shadow of the Erdtree. Pre-nerf. So I get my shiny cool fucking badge. I suffered for it, but I get to fucking wear it. No, that shit took me three days. Post editing me. I'll put up the clip right here. But yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Yes! Oh god. But yeah, no, it took 3 days of just, like, I think I would get home from work at 7 in the morning, and I would go all the way until, like, 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So that's what, I get home at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's like an entire another 8-hour shift. 7, 8-hour shift of just attempts. I suffered. I know I wasn't the only one, but holy fucking shit. You could tell in that clip, I was a little ecstatic. I was a little happy. I almost threw. But yeah, no, you know what's funny? I say I'm not going to spoil it, and then I could probably just blur it, but whatever. But I get to experience it on, not only on PS5, but I really get to do it on my file, right? Because I ended up buying Elden Ring on PC, and then I bought the DLC on the PC as well. But I have it on my PS5 now, so that's gonna be cool. So that I was like, oh, I could just do the DLC, or hear me out, I could do the whole fucking game, except for the Tree Sentinel at the very beginning of the game. My run will be on New Game Plus because despite me setting up for the DLC, I started a New Game Plus file. Why? Fuck if I know. I don't know why I did that. I kind of immediately regretted it. So yeah, we get to play through the entire game. You know what? Past me was thinking far ahead. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do an Elden Ring series. I think I might just kind of do it like purely objective based. I kind of sit down, record, set certain tasks for myself that I wanted to complete for a video, and then just kind of finish recording when I finish that. And those will come out when I'm ready for them to come out, or I might release videos every, when they're done. But yeah, no, that is kind of an idea that I have. There is another idea that I have that I am cooking with right now, and it is because I know I do have some non-commentary Let's Plays I'm working on. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, obviously. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, those are fucking gigantic projects, especially Tears of the Kingdom, which I might honestly restart. You're gonna call me cringe. But I have another Switch. And I have a physical copy of the game that I refuse to update. I have so much power. I have so much fucking power, and I might do it because it makes the game so much more fun. So I might restart just because of that. So that's obviously still gonna be non-commentary. But no, I do have some games that I do want to do actual commentary Let's Plays for. And I cannot wait because they're some of my favorite games ever. Or I might end up going back to do T2ID, but make it commentary, so that I can actually really talk about my thoughts on the remake. It's obviously going to do the remake. But yeah, no, that's kind of the idea. But all said and done, I am coming back. Slowly but surely. I know, again, the last few months I've been completely radio silent. Outside of, just updating or posting a community post on the day that Silent Hill 2 released. Or maybe it was a few days after. It was around when Silent Hill 2 released. Just to promote the Silent Hill 2 songs that I released on my channel. But yeah, no. I'm back. Hopefully, ideally, that's the goal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really want to just kind of ramble and yap for a bit. So I kind of just explained where I've been and kind of what's going to be going on going forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all here. I will post on my community page when the first video, whatever that is going to be coming out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Peace.